Close your eyes now, gently, without effort. There is nothing you need to watch for anymore, nothing you need to guard against. This moment does not require your alertness, your strength, or your control. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to stop holding everything together. Right now, you are safe enough to let go. So much of your life has been spent staying aware, staying prepared, staying ready for what might come next. Even when your body feels tired, your mind may have learned to stay awake, as if rest were something to earn instead of something to receive. Tonight, you are invited to remember a softer truth. You do not need to stay on watch. Life is not asking that of you right now. As you close your eyes, notice how your body responds. The muscles around your face begin to soften. Your shoulders drop just a little. Your breath starts to slow on its own. This is your natural state returning. You do not have to force it. Your body already knows how to rest when it feels safe. And in this moment, you are safe. You may not always feel supported during the day. You may have learned to rely only on yourself to stay strong even when you feel overwhelmed inside. But tonight, you do not have to do that. Tonight, you are allowed to be held. You are allowed to let the weight of the day slip away from you, breath by breath. Nothing bad happens when you close your eyes. Nothing falls apart when you stop trying. Nothing is lost when you rest. If your mind begins to question this, if it says, "But what if something needs my attention?" greet that thought gently. Let it know that everything important can wait. This moment is not about action. This moment is about safety. And safety is what allows healing to begin. You are not abandoning responsibility by resting. You are returning to balance. Imagine that you are lying in a space where nothing is expected of you. The universe itself is holding you steady, patient, and kind. You do not have to understand how this support works. You only need to allow it. Just as the ground holds you without effort, life is holding you now. You are not too late. You are not behind. You have not failed. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. As the night surrounds you, feel how the pressure to be on begins to fade. You do not need to anticipate tomorrow. Tomorrow will arrive when it is ready. You do not need to revisit yesterday. Yesterday has already passed. Right now is the only place you are being asked to be. And right now, you are allowed to rest. If you feel resistance, that's okay. If your thoughts continue to move, that's okay too. Rest is not about forcing stillness. Rest is about permission. Permission to stop striving. Permission to stop proving. Permission to stop carrying what was never meant to be carried alone. Say softly within yourself, without effort, "I am safe enough to close my eyes. I am supported in this moment. I can let go now." You don't have to believe these words completely. Let them be gentle suggestions, like a soft hand on your back. Your nervous system understands kindness. It responds to reassurance. Each time you offer yourself safety, even briefly, something inside you relaxes. The universe does not demand your exhaustion. It does not ask for your worry. It only asks for your willingness to receive. Tonight, receiving looks like rest. Receiving looks like letting yourself be held. Receiving looks like closing your eyes and trusting that you are not alone. As this chapter comes to a close, allow yourself to sink a little deeper into the surface beneath you. Let the night carry you. Let the universe do what it knows how to do. You are safe enough to close your eyes, and that is where this journey begins. As you continue to rest with your eyes closed, you may begin to notice just how much you have been carrying, not always in obvious ways, but quietly, day after day. Expectations, responsibilities, worries that never fully leave. Emotions you didn't feel safe enough to express. Tonight, you are not being asked to carry any of that. Tonight you are allowed to set it down. You may have learned to be strong for others, to hold yourself together even when you felt tired inside, to keep going because you believed there was no other choice. And perhaps that strength helped you survive certain moments. But strength does not mean you must do everything alone. Strength also means knowing when it is safe to rest. You do not need to earn support. You do not need to prove you deserve rest. You do not need to explain why you feel tired. Your exhaustion is not a weakness. It is a signal that you have been giving more than you have received, a signal that you have been holding more than you were meant to hold by yourself. Tonight, that signal is being honored. Imagine for a moment that everything you've been carrying is gently placed down beside you. The concerns about the future, the weight of past experiences, the pressure to be okay. You don't have to throw them away. You don't have to solve them. You are simply giving yourself permission to not carry them right now. You are not alone in this life, even if it has felt that way. Support does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like this moment. Sometimes it arrives as permission. Sometimes it arrives as rest. You may notice a part of you that resists this idea, a part that says, if I stop carrying everything, who will? Gently remind yourself that life has always been supporting you in ways you could not see. There have been moments that worked out despite your worry. Moments of help that arrived unexpectedly. Moments of grace you didn't plan for. Those moments were not accidents. Support has always been present. You are simply allowing yourself to feel it now. As you breathe, imagine a sense of being held not by something you must understand, but by something steady and patient. This holding does not judge you. It does not rush you. It does not require anything from you. It simply supports you exactly as you are. You are allowed to lean. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to receive. You may feel emotion rise as you let go of the need to be strong. If that happens, let it be there. Tears, heaviness, or softness are signs of release. They mean something inside you finally feels safe enough to stop holding on. You are not failing by resting. You are healing. So many people confuse independence with isolation, but you were never meant to live without support. You are meant to participate in life, not carry it alone. Tonight, you are remembering that difference. Let your breath deepen naturally. Let your body feel supported by the surface beneath you. Let your mind release the story that you must do everything by yourself. You might whisper softly within yourself, I am allowed to receive support. I do not have to carry this alone. It is safe to rest. These words are not demands. They are reminders. Reminders of a truth that has always been there, waiting for you to soften enough to feel it. As this understanding settles in, notice how something inside you eases. The tightness begins to loosen, the effort begins to fade. You are not being asked to trust everything all at once. You are only being asked to trust this moment. And in this moment you are held. You do not need to know what comes next. You do not need to have answers. You do not need to be strong right now. You only need to rest in the knowing that you are not alone and you never have been. As you rest more deeply now, allow yourself to consider a gentle truth that may soften something inside you. Surrender is not weakness. Surrender is trust. It is not giving up on life. It is choosing to stop fighting it. When you surrender, you are not saying that you don't care. You are saying that you trust life enough to breathe. So much of your tension has come from trying to hold everything together, trying to make sure nothing goes wrong, trying to stay one step ahead of fear. This effort may have felt necessary at times, but it has also been exhausting. Tonight, you are invited to release the belief that peace must be earned through struggle. Trust does not mean that challenges disappear. It means you no longer face them with clenched hands and a guarded heart. It means you allow life to meet you with support instead of resistance. When you surrender, you create space. Space for calm, for clarity, for guidance to arrive naturally. Notice how your body responds to the idea of surrender. Perhaps there's a small hesitation, a feeling that letting go might be risky. That response is understandable. Letting go can feel unfamiliar when you've spent so long holding on. But surrender does not ask you to leap into the unknown. It asks you to soften where you are. You are not being asked to surrender your dreams. You are not being asked to surrender your values. You are being asked to surrender the tension. There is a difference between caring and controlling. Caring comes from the heart. Controlling comes from fear. Tonight, you are choosing to lead with the heart. You are choosing to trust that life is not against you, even when things feel uncertain. Imagine how it would feel to unclench your inner grip, to let your breath move freely, to allow your shoulders to rest where they naturally want to be. This is what surrender feels like in the body, lighter, slower, more open. You may want to whisper softly within yourself, "I do not need to force this. I am willing to trust. I can let go now." These words are not promises. They are permissions. And permission is powerful. It tells your nervous system that it can stop bracing. It tells your mind that it does not need to stay alert. When the body feels safe, trust grows naturally. Surrender does not mean you lose control of your life. It means you stop trying to control what was never fully in your hands. There are forces at work that are wiser than worry, kinder than fear, and more patient than the mind's urgency. These forces have guided you before, even when you didn't realize it. Think of the many moments in your life that worked out without your planning. The unexpected help, the timing that eventually made sense, the paths that opened after others closed. These were not accidents. They were signs that life knows how to move. You do not have to supervise life tonight. You do not have to manage outcomes. You do not have to hold everything together. Surrender is the quiet courage to say, "I trust that I am supported." And even if that trust feels small right now, it is enough. Trust does not need to be loud to be real. As you continue to rest, let surrender become a feeling rather than an idea. A feeling of being held instead of holding. A feeling of being carried instead of pushing. This feeling does not require effort. It arrives when effort stops. You are allowed to rest into trust. You are allowed to let life meet you. You are allowed to soften. Surrender is not the end of your strength. It is the beginning of peace. And peace is what allows everything else to flow more easily. Tonight, you are not losing anything by letting go. You are gaining rest. You are gaining calm. You are gaining space to breathe. And in that space, trust grows quietly, naturally, and gently, just as it should. As the night gently unfolds around you, allow yourself to rest in a deeper truth. You are not being left alone in the darkness. Even now, as your thoughts slow and your body grows heavier, the universe is holding you. Nothing is required of you to earn this support. It has always been here, steady and patient, waiting for you to soften enough to feel it. You may have spent much of your life believing that you must stay alert for things to go well, that if you relax too much, something might slip through the cracks. But tonight, you are invited to experience something different. Life does not need your constant attention to move forward. In fact, some of its most gentle and powerful work happens when you rest. While you sleep, your body knows how to restore itself. Muscles release what they've been holding. Your breath finds its natural rhythm. Your mind begins to sort through what matters and quietly lets go of what doesn't. You are not directing this process. It happens naturally, guided by an intelligence far wiser than worry. And just as your body is cared for while you sleep, your life is also being held. You do not have to stay awake to make things align. You do not have to think your way into peace. You do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. Imagine the universe as a vast, steady presence, calm, patient, and kind. It is not rushing you. It is not judging your progress. It is simply holding you the way the night sky holds the stars, allowing each one to shine in its own time. If fear arises, let it be there without resistance. Fear often appears when we are close to rest, because rest feels unfamiliar after so much effort. Gently remind yourself that you are safe enough to relax. Nothing is about to fall apart. Nothing is being neglected. Everything that needs to unfold is unfolding in its own way. You are not meant to carry the weight of the universe. You are meant to be carried by it. As you lie here, feel the surface beneath you supporting your body completely. You do not need to hold yourself up. In the same way, life is supporting you even if you cannot always see how. Support does not always announce itself. Sometimes it simply holds you quietly until you are ready to notice. Think of all the nights you've slept before this one. Life continued. The world kept turning. Morning arrived. You woke up and found your way forward again. Tonight is no different. You are safe to rest. You may want to whisper softly within yourself, I am being held. I am supported. I am safe. Let these words sink in slowly, like warmth spreading through your chest. They are not meant to convince your mind. They are meant to soothe your nervous system. And when the body feels safe, the mind naturally follows. The universe does not demand your effort. It does not require your worry. It only responds to your openness. Tonight, openness looks like allowing yourself to be held, allowing yourself to stop trying, allowing yourself to trust, even if only for this moment. That trust is enough to create a shift. As your awareness drifts, you may notice a sense of floating, of being gently supported without effort. This is not something you are imagining. It is a feeling your body recognizes, the feeling of safety, the feeling of not having to do anything at all. You are allowed to rest into this feeling. You are allowed to let the night take care of you. You are allowed to stop watching for what might go wrong. Nothing is asking you to be strong right now. Nothing is asking you to be ready. Nothing is asking you to hold on. The universe is holding you through this night. It will continue to hold you as you sleep. And when you wake, you will rise gently, carrying less than you did before. For now, let yourself sink deeper. Let yourself be held. Let yourself rest. Now that your body is deeply relaxed and your mind has softened, this is a tender moment to allow gentle affirmations to flow through you. These words are not here to demand change or effort. They are here to reassure you, to comfort you, and to remind you of what is already true. You do not need to repeat them perfectly. You do not need to hold them tightly. Simply allow them to pass through you like a calm, steady rhythm. At this stage of rest, your subconscious mind is naturally open and receptive. It listens to tone, to feeling, to the quiet intention behind the words. Even if your thoughts drift, even if sleep comes and goes, these affirmations continue to reach the deeper parts of you that are ready to release. Begin by noticing your breath, slow, natural, effortless, and gently allow these affirmations to arise within you. I am safe in this moment. I am held and supported. I allow myself to rest completely. Notice how your body responds when it hears the word safe. Muscles loosen, breathing deepens. The need to stay alert begins to fade. Your nervous system understands safety immediately. It knows how to soften when it is reassured. I release the need to worry tonight. I let go of overthinking. I trust that I am taken care of. There is nothing you need to fix right now. Nothing you need to manage. Life continues to move in your favor even when you are still. These words are gentle reminders of a truth you already know deep inside. I trust the flow of life. I trust that everything is unfolding in perfect time. I trust myself. Trust does not need to be forced. It grows naturally when the body feels safe. These affirmations are not instructions, they are invitations, and invitations are always met with kindness. Let there be space between the words. In that space, your mind rests. In that space, peace grows. I am allowed to relax. I am allowed to receive support. I am allowed to sleep. If thoughts appear, let them drift by without engagement. They do not need answers. They do not need attention. You are learning that thoughts can exist without controlling you. This is freedom, and it arrives gently. Everything is being taken care of. I do not need to stay awake. I can rest now. As these affirmations continue, imagine them settling into your body like warmth. They move through your chest, your arms, your legs, down to your feet. They are not pushing anything out. They are simply filling you with calm. You may notice your awareness becoming softer, less defined. This is natural. This is the mind beginning to rest. You are not losing control. You are gaining peace. I am supported by life. I am guided even when I cannot see the way. I am safe to let go. Let the affirmations become quieter now, like a lullaby fading into the background. The feeling remains even when the words do not. That feeling of safety, of being held, stays with you as sleep draws closer. You do not need to remember every word. Your subconscious remembers what matters. As the night continues, allow yourself to drift freely. There is nothing else required. These affirmations will continue to work gently, lovingly, throughout your sleep, reinforcing peace, trust, and ease. And as you rest, know that this calm is not temporary. It is something you can return to, night after night, breath after breath. For now, let the words fade. Let the feeling remain. Let yourself rest. As this night continues to hold you, allow yourself to settle into a quiet knowing that requires no effort at all. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to achieve, nothing left to figure out in this moment. You have arrived at a place where rest is enough, where being is enough, where you are enough. You may notice how gentle the silence feels now. It is not empty. It is full of peace, full of space, full of permission. This is the kind of silence that heals, not because it forces change, but because it allows everything to soften back into balance. You are not running out of time. You are not falling behind. Life is not rushing you. Tomorrow does not need your attention tonight. Tomorrow will come with its own clarity, its own strength, its own support. You do not need to prepare for it by staying awake. Rest is what prepares you best. Rest clears the way for insight, for calm decisions, for gentle progress. As you lie here, imagine that tomorrow is already being taken care of. The details are arranging themselves quietly. The right timing is unfolding without effort. The next step will reveal itself when you are ready to see it. You do not need to search for it now. Let your breath be slow and natural. Let your body sink fully into the surface beneath you. Let your mind drift without direction. There is a deep wisdom in allowing things to unfold naturally. Just as the night gives way to morning without struggle, your life continues to move forward even when you rest. You have trusted this process many times before. Each morning you wake, life is still there to meet you. Tonight is no different. You are allowed to sleep without answers. You are allowed to sleep without certainty. You are allowed to sleep without fear. Everything that truly matters will still be there when you wake, only lighter, clearer, and easier to face because you chose rest over strain. You are not avoiding life by sleeping. You are renewing your ability to meet it. If a final thought passes through your mind, let it pass gently. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to understand it. Thoughts lose their power when you stop giving them your energy. Peace grows naturally when you stop resisting it. You may feel a sense of release now, as if something heavy has been set down. That weight does not belong in the night. The night is for restoration, for surrender, for trust. You can leave everything else here knowing it will not be lost. All is well in this moment. You are held. You are supported. Life is not asking anything more of you right now. There is no test to pass, no standard to meet, no expectation to fulfill. You are allowed to rest simply because you exist. As sleep gently approaches, allow yourself to drift without effort. Let go of the need to stay aware. Let go of the need to listen closely. Even if these words fade into the background, their feeling remains quiet, steady, reassuring. You have done enough for today. You have been enough today. You can rest now. Let the night carry you forward. Let tomorrow wait patiently. Everything that needs to meet you will arrive at the right time, in the right way, without force. For now, rest deeply, trust completely, and let peace take over.